5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so I draw back up to 7 because one of my cards has mysteriously disappeared.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't wish I could petrify some of my own cards, to be honest.
Just freeze them off. Put those gambling cards in a big old pile somewhere.
Now, something to note is you can discard before you draw. None of us have done that so far.
No. Well, let's make this fun, shall we?
Gambling, you're in.
Murdermoth is going to cleave.
Oh.
At the
Explain.
others. Pick up to 2 other players. They each lose 3 fortitude. Every player that loses fortitude gets a blessing.
I wonder who he's going to pick.
Indeed.
Snake Lady already have Gog attention.
Yes. So Nerodia is going to get picked.
Yeah, figured.
You have, and Gog is looking at you slightly more favourably now.
And Whizgill.
Whizgill's already been
debating whether-
crushed by
I'm
Gog.
debating whether I do something about it or
Gog
not.
could wallop the crap out of you.
That's what worries me.
This is the joy of this game, guys. Because by this point, we've played so many games. So many of us own this game physically.
Yeah.
To the point we can't move with the damn thing anymore.
Yeah.
We'll have to additional houses will have to be built around our residences in order to accommodate the size of the Red Dragon inbox. But everybody knows in the group, Gog can hit you back, and Gog can hit you back really hard. Which is, if you're playing as Gog, a lovely tool because you just have to go. So, Random Genius, who are you going to pick?
Well,
who are you going to hit? Gog is looking at you.
well, you know what? If you're going to try and hit me, I think I'm going to activate my temporal distortion field.
Oh.
This is a complicated one. So I negate an action card and I do the gear deck, but then it also, the player who played it may play another card, or negate anytime or sometimes card, or negate a gambling or cheating card.
Oh,
or
it negates it fully, so it doesn't affect me either if it works.
If it works.
If it works, which is what we're going to do now. Minor malfunction.
Yeah.
It takes effect, subtract 1 for any numerical effects, but it does not have any numerical effects. So
Fair enough.
So nothing happened. Shush.
Nothing happened.
It makes you a little sad.
It does make me a little sad, but it does still work. Honestly, if I'm dealing with time travel and it's just a little bit wonky, I'm fine with that. But that does mean Random Genius gets to basically have a do-over.
Okay.
It doesn't get his card back.
No.
No, that
Gog
is...
displeased at Renaissance fair worker.
Well, you know what? Screw all of you. Gambling, I'm in.
Yay.
All right.
Well, claim ownership of the thing at the top.
Oh, I think I
Round
can.
G is taking control of the round of gambling.
I think I can salvage some gold from this old thing. Anytime card. Add 1 gold to your stash. Yoink.
You need to check it works first.
Oh, that's got a gear card, isn't it?
Oh.
And it works. The card you play takes effect, but nothing. It's fine. And hey, it really worked. I get a coin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, Gog, you're first up.
Gambling Gog in.
I'm leaving. I do not wish to be a part of this.
Winning hand. You must play a cheating card in order to continue.
Pass.
And I know GOG doesn't have
GOG,
cheating cards.
GOG only have one card about cheating to counter cheating.
And it's been
GOG,
used.
GOG used it in first round. You may not have noticed. GOG leave.
Okay, comes around to me again. I get the pot.
Hey.
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 I mean, boo.
Boo.
Earthart has 12. I have 12 on the gold front, and both. Random Genius is 9 because he found some extra gold.
8.
And 8 for 8. Sorry, and Shadow Fox has
8,
got 9.
It's,
I
it's
found
because
some gold as
I
well.
normally play orange.
We
Yeah.
very specifically changed our positions round because
Yes.
we've got like our regular seats that we have normally on these games, and I'm sure if you guys have been watching the streams down the years, you'll have noticed this. Like I'm always center bottom.
He's always
for
your
the
head
purpose of
king of the
streaming.
table.
The Rob's, yeah. Earthart's always in the blue.
Unless someone nicks it first.
Yeah.
But yeah, in order to avoid let's see, consistent targeting, swap around a little. And
Yeah.
Yeah, just to make it a little bit different, because otherwise we're just reacting to each other in the same sort of way. Okay, well,
That's gambling done, so it's drink time.
drink time.
Okay, enjoy your drink.
Hey.
That drink is going to Nerodia, by the way.
Earthart gets a drink to fill in the gap.
Okay, and I'm getting
I like
a
it.
light ale for 1 alcohol. I will
It's
take
less.
that.
It's less filling.
Yes.
GOG has a very empty hand.
GOG only has 2 cards. GOG used a lot of cards in that hand. So
So unusual for GOG, to be fair.
But it is GOG's turn, so
yeah, GOG draws 5 cards immediately, and GOG immediately sees something he doesn't want to see.
Gambling, I'm in.
Oh. I mean, woohoo.
Gotta love that poker face
Oh.
there.
Mhm.
You got a, what did you say?
I said, gotta love that poker face there.
Are you making joke?
Yes.
Are you making fun of GOG?
GOG realised Renaissance work and maybe didn't Renaissance work and maybe did not, understand the prompt there.
Here's the thing. I was actually well prepared for GOG, and
Yeah.
might actually helped GOG. With
GOG does
problem.
try to lead you into getting out of these things. So,
I mean,
but you make jokes.
I'm a dark knight. What do you expect me to do?
Get
Many.
hit.
Do you have a very nice car and is it in black?
It's very, 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 very dark blue.
Well, GOG likes to watch the world burn, but he noticed you make joke at GOG's expense. Why you laugh at GOG? Tin Can Man? Why you laugh at GOG? Pick another player, they lose 2 fortitude.
Fair enough. I will take that fortitude loss.
If you know what's good for you, you will mind your tone with GOG. GOG already upset that Snake Lady got out of damage. Consider this your warning for future infractions.
What's got against Snake Lady?
I can give you references as of what infractions can cost. See a slightly truncated engineer girl over here. The one whose body resembles an accordion.
So she was always a short.
Hang on.
Fine.
You need to draw from the gear deck to see if it truly is an accordion or if something else has happened.
Oh no, it's not an accordion, it's just a squeeze box, which is slightly different. Oh well, never mind.
Drink time.
Drink time. You know what? I think it's.
Everyone's sitting at one drink, so
yeah, everyone's. I'm just checking. Everyone's on one drink at the minute.
Yeah.
So on that, but I think it's going to be a case of us starting to play to round the turn. So naturally, drink will be going to Shadow Fox, Vger,
the Vger.
Because then there's a possibility on their turn they might get a drink with chasers. You never know.
This is true.
That or the chasers on the bottom of the deck.
Why? Gog, step up to bar. Gog, reach out and grab a random drink and consume it. And it is a halfling stout.
Oh.
Ooh, Gog's getting fancy.
It says at the bottom, it makes a halfling feel like a holding. Gog, drink this. Gog's slightly concerned about alcohol level already, bearing in mind Gog is on 6.
Yeah.
And more importantly, he's on 19 health.
Yes, which is not Gog not able to do party piece at present.
No, but Gog does have abilities
Going out
to heal.
with full health.
He's got plenty of time left to.
Well, it just means Gog has to win.
Yes, well, for Gog to be so inebriated, because this is the problem. It's been like 2s, and you can't really. When it comes to like ignoring drinks, there's not that many cards that Gog has to actually ignore drinks. Really,
but there are cards in the deck that you definitely want to ignore.
Yes, but there we go. But you want to have ones where it's the chasers, or alternatively that it's
Dragon Breath Ale or
Dwarven Firewater or something like that. That's a 4 drink, or there's like 5. There's like a 5 drink in here as well.
There is a 1-5. Yeah.
In the 7, there is now.
Or
there is a 5.
Or any kind of drink event.
Let me just have a look at that. Yeah.
Like you can end up doing a drink event where you get a chaser after a chaser and everyone has to drink it, and it's like, nah, let's.
Could be the Chieftain's Ice Beer. That could be the 5.
It might be. So So drink deck 7 has the following: 1 fortified wine, 1 firewater shots with an exclamation mark at the end of it for some reason, 1 rough remedy.
I know why that's got an exclamation mark, because it's shot plural. It'll be everyone takes a firewater shot.
Maybe.
Oh yes. So a rough remedy, 2 halfling stouts. There's another one in there. A fairy ale, a light ale, which we've already seen 1 water, 1 holy water, 1 coffee, 1 chieftain's ice beer, a light ale with a chaser, a dragon breath ale, an elven wine, 1 dwarven firewater, 1 fermented orc sweat. Ew.
Nice.
1 elven wine with a chaser, 1 halfling stout with a chaser, 1 fairy ale with a chaser, the Wizard's Brew, which I had earlier, a round on the house, which we've already had. There's only one of those. There are 2 drinking contests. There is also 1 wine, 1 mead, 1 ogre brew, 2 dark ales, 1 ale of intrigue.
I think that lets you draw extra cards.
Stay tuned for more ales of intrigue, and also a shot of rum. So that's
actually, I wonder if you get affected by the ogre brew or not. Like,
I have a specific effect. It affects me in a specific way.
I don't know if it does, or I can't remember if it only affects ogres or.
Well, because it's ogres, but I'm a half ogre, so I think that actually might have 2 specific effects, because
might be.
It is an ogre, but as a half ogre, I might have like a slightly less.
I think it's
the priestess, isn't it? Who's the ogre? Is one of them, the holy warrior?
No, that's a troll.
That's a troll.
I don't actually know if there is a full ogre. Is there?
Is there an ogre?
Oh no, you are right. It's the paladin.
Yes, Serena. Serena the Pious is.
No, I thought she was an orc.
She an orc? Maybe there isn't an ogre. Maybe it does affect half ogres as well.
Maybe
we'll find out when we get it.
We'll find out when we get it. I blame Brewmaster Frank.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, in the meantime,
and the rest of the 1990s R&B R&B hip hop singers. Anyway, moving on.
Wizgirl's
Where
turn.
We got,
Wizgirl's
yeah.
turn.
Well, I got 4 cards, so let's fix it.
Chatty Inventor Girl. Let's go.
7. Oh, so what do we got here? Ooh, okay. None. Okay. Let's see. We will. There's been a breach in my magic flux containment field. Apparently, using that time traveling machine didn't work out too well.
No.
Pick another player. They
Wow.
lose 2 fortitude. Apparently, that fortitude damage you were gonna take, Snake Lady, has come back to bite you.
Yeah, fine. I'll just take that. I think.
There we go.
Small Inventor Girl go up in GOG's estimations.
And
That's right. Might come
Yeah.
back to bite Wizgirl in the butt.
it might, but yes, that's that. So obviously, Gog missing a drink gets a drink, and I am
enough.
drinking. I'm drinking an ale with the chaser. You got lucky.
There's the
Oh
chaser.
dear. Oh dear.
Look what
Now,
we've got
depending on what the
here.
chaser is, ogre. Okay, ogre brew.
Ooh.
Oh,
So as we're speaking of, if you are an ogre
Yeah.
or half ogre instead, 3 drink or 3 alcohol content. As a non-ogre, it is 2 alcohol and 1 health. So
So free alcohol and -1 health overall as a drink.
yes,
That's a thing.
that's a fair chunk. But I'm afraid I must focus on my studies or the schematics. Even ignore a drink card. Basis being 1 whole drink.
all right. Nothing I can do about it at the moment.
Same.
Inventor Girl turned down Ogre Brew. What was GOG just saying?
I mean, you can have the ogre brew if you want.
Oh.
Well, no, because you're pouring it down the sink, basically.
You said that as you were moving the cards away. into this cup. You threw the drink away, so you can have it if you like.
Look, if you
can't
look at
see the soup.
if you look in
Nobody
the,
impressed GOG so far at
Look.
all.
if you look in the cards artwork, I merely just my hand is up. I'm refusing the drink that is trying
Yeah,
to be given
but
to
what,
me.
what you don't see is when you push your hand out and spill the drink all over the floor.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. I used my time machine. It didn't happen.
Nerodia doesn't believe you too much. Anyway,
believe you
speaking of which,
Speaking of which,
I best. Well, actually, no. First thing I have to do is I have to decay my petrification deck. Murgoth, you get your card back.
Yeah.
Then I draw back up. Did I get anything useful? Yes, I did. Ooh.
Ooh.
ooh,
I think I might have to leave that one till later.
ooh,
Ooh.
when he has more petrification.
Well, yeah. This is going to be the problem. Is I need a lot of petrification cards, and they aren't easy to get. However, in the meantime, since you got your card back, Margoth, don't touch the hair. And I'm actually going to use my glare ability, which I can't see anymore because people have their hands up. Glare 2. So I have to discard 2 cards. So Gog and Wizgill, you get your cards back.
Hooray!
So instead of losing 1 fortitude, because I've used my glare, Morgoth loses 3 fortitude instead.
Jeez, what has everyone got against me today? Just because I'm the evil, big, bad villain of the table today.
Well, Nerodi's the evil wench, so. But you did try.
That's what it is.
You did try to swing your sword at me. Thankfully, Wizgill protected me.
Emphasis on the try. It didn't happen.
Exactly. You still tried.
Yes,
right.
it didn't. Yes, it didn't happen.
Wizgill, you get a drink.
Bet.
And Nerodia is drinking.
Oh, that's got a lot of words on it.
Rough Remedy. I can't see anything because people's hands are over it.
But when you're holding on, put your hand on like the top of the thing.
Yeah, but I don't have a keyboard, remember?
Well, no, but I mean, if we put our hand to the top of the card, we don't cover the text at the bottom.
I will say then, Rough Remedy is a free alcohol drink. Free alcohol units. If you gain alcohol content from this drink, you may discard up to 5 cards from your hand and gain 1 fortitude for each card you discard in this way.
That's not bad, actually.
You can heal up a little.
I'm going to take that, I think. So I'm going to take my free alcohol and I'm going to discard 1.
Which brings you up to 19.
Yeah. But I think that's all I'm going to do.
Okay.
But that does mean I'm now out of petrified cards. So I'm going to have to gain them back somehow.
Interesting.
Morgoth.
Right. Well, this might be my last round.
I don't think so.
Game not that fast, Tin Man.
Well, let's see. I've already been targeted by Gog, and I've already been targeted by Nerodia. Sadly, I don't have another cleave, otherwise that would have been my choice.
God
But
target you because of your own foolishness, don't forget.
Would a fool do this?
Yes.
I smite you in the name of all that is unholy. I pick another player. They lose 2 fortitude, but they get a blessing. This damage cannot be reduced, negated, or ignored.
Ooh. Who's that going to then?
Hi, Gog.
Ooh. I mean, that makes sense. It's a card that God can't counter.
Yeah.
This is true.
No,
I
you
can't counter it. I lose 2 fortitude, correct?
No, it says you can't reduce it or ignore it. You can counter it.
Well, I have to accept the fact that there's 2
Yeah, you're going to lose
fortitude.
2 fortitude damage, yeah.
That not hurt. This hurt. Play this card immediately after another player makes you lose fortitude. They also lose 2 fortitude.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Card newbies is you get one of those per deck. One player has one of those, and one of those alone. Interesting. Very interesting.
Keep that in mind to know that that's gone.
Yes.
Look,
I would like us to
already,
revisit
I'm
the
already
statement I
hurt.
made that this wasn't Murgarth's last turn.
Look, I'm already hurt. I've already got an alcohol level of 3.
Oh, go! No, an alcohol level
Oh
of
no!
3, everybody.
Alcohol level three.
Wow! Wow! Hey, YouTube, what's those totals in the corner going?
Like Wizgle's only got 2, but she's shorter, so that's going further around the body.
Actually, you and I are tied at the moment.
Yes, we
Murgarth.
are. Ooh.
Because the difference, see the difference at the bottom.
Yeah.
Murgarth and Gog are on 11 difference. Wizgill is on 15. And Snake Lady is on 14. So Wizgill is currently the healthiest. Interesting information. Anyway, continue.
Do remember,
Murgarth.
Wizgill can blow herself up, so I think she's
Yes,
the only
there
one
will
that
be a
can.
lot of self-damage involved at some point.
Indeed. I think Wizkill deserves a drink.
I think Wizgill does as well.
I'm gonna get a lot of drink.
Indeed. And I am going to be drinking a shot of rum.
Hey,
1 alcohol, which I will take.
that's simple.
It's just the square glass. It's just somewhat very pleasing about it aesthetically.
Mm.
It is very much like a D6 of rum.
Yeah.
Just don't roll it.
Drink enough and it will roll you. Straight out that door. Right. Okay,
Gog
Gog turn.
Does Gog wish to discard anything?
Oh. Yes, Gog, get rid of this and this.
That is fair.
Maybe gambling cards, everybody. They didn't see that or hear this. Anyway, so I'm left with 4 cards after discarding. So I will gain another 3 from my hand, and those are all gambling cards.
Back to gambling it is.
Oh, okay. So that one. Good to know. Also, we have this one now, YouTube, which is very beneficial.
Also, before I forget, Gog, you did get hit by that sword attack, didn't you?
Oh yeah, you get blessing.
Yes, you get blessed.
Blessing.
And what is Gog blessing?
It's,
If Murgartho say friendship,
No,
Gog sits on you next.
no,
it's
as in
the reverse of
actual
whatever occurs.
cards blessing. Here you go.
So does that get shown to
Gog
school
look
or
at this?
just?
Or...
Yeah.
it technically goes in his hand, which should have increased his hand limit, but we'll ignore it for this one.
Well, is it publicly viewed? Do I play
No.
it in action?
It goes in your hand as a playable card.
Okay, well, let's have a
Ah.
look. See. What
It
is.
should have increased. It should have added one to your hand. So
Okay. Wonderful. But really, it's super duper helpful, everybody.
I'm glad to hear
Morgana.
it.
Anyway, Gog's just kind of fed up in general at the minute.
Oh no.
I think. Gog seek own entertainment. Gog crush Beerstein on head.
Hey. Go
Hey.
get going.
everyone is impressed.
You impress and frighten the others, it says here underneath. Each other player pays me 1 gold, which they're very kindly all sent over from their piles.
We're not going to argue with that one.
Gog also noticed that despite looking mightily impressed at Gog, I mean, she looks very mightily impressed at Gog anyway. But the wench, the server of the inn,
Which one?
chose not to give Gog gold coin.
Didn't they?
No, the other one.
Oh, that one. Right.
You're not the wench of the Red Dragon Inn. You're the wench of the other inn.
This is true.
Anyway, lovely other wench did not, despite looking Gog up and down with very hungry eyes, stop that. Yeah, Gog utilized card for it that was of blessing that was just given because it is any time card and therefore can be used at any time. We might as well use it now. Blessing of Wealth. Gain 1 gold from the inn. Don't mind if Gog does.
Well, let's just say you use that
how
immediately
do
upon
I-
getting it.
Yes.
There we go. It pops out of there, does it? Okay, that's nice. So yeah, I'll use it immediately just to get rid of this. Gog also buy drink. Gog buy drink.
Couple of empty
For
spots.
Anxious Tin Man. Anxious Tin Man and Lost Mario Brother. Mogartho. Gog then drink this, whichever this is. It's a dwarven fire.
Oh, there's the
14.
fire. There's the 4.
Firewater.
Well, that which is 4 alcohol and no freaking way. Hang on a second. I must have something here. Yes. Do not bother Gog, which can be used to get out of a round of gambling, but it also could be used to ignore a drink card. And Gog
Which
very
is-
much ignore this dwarven firewater. It goes far away from Gog. He's
much
drunk enough
more-
already. Thanks very much.
Much more valuable as a get rid of that drink card than a no gambling card.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're really short on money.
Unless you're
yeah.
in deep trouble gold wise, but that's not a thing at the minute. Especially after Gog's fantastic skill that he just showed.
This is true.
Gog film YouTube short later. Algorithm mightily impressed.
Well, I did say I was going to go after Random Genius, so I should hold up my end of the bargain.
Seeing as you had a fair bit, you had a bit of crossover with the Final Fantasy and the Golden Idol, so
Yeah, I don't think there's much point in me talking about that. I might talk more about one of them in a future episode that is not a strict last minute continue cast one.
but one will probably be coming out straight after this, if not.
Probably. Let's start with a small one. Most recent mobile phone craze from Pokemon. Pokemon TGC Pocket.
Yeah, I'll just scratch that off my list.
Yeah, well,
I'm interested to know what your thoughts are because I have very different thoughts, having played the actual card game quite extensively.
yeah. I used to play a lot as a child with a big old binder of old cards that I actually did a check the other day. I went, all right, so the old Charizard has 120 HP, needs 4 energy, discards 2 to do 120 damage. The new Charizard EX has 330 HP, does 160 damage for 1 energy, and does 330 for 4 energy. I'm like, okay. There's a bit of power creep here. I think my old school decks might be a bit outclassed.
Yeah, but it's been like 20 years, right? And
Yeah.
we know that the Charizard have been trading. They're one of the ones that trade.
Well, I mean, they've got to keep people buying new cards, so they're
Exactly.
going to creep it, and they're going to nuke the previous generation stuff in comparison to the new stuff.
But
And
this is the thing.
yes, and on a digital game, you can go back and retroactively buff and adjust cards.
Yeah,
If
but why
it's
would you do
needed.
that when you can resell them?
Exactly true.
But I will say, they recently re-released the first series that they did back in the day, as in the same cards with the same art, but they tweaked all of the HP and the damage numbers because of that power creep.
Yeah, because it's unfeasible to use them anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, Vger, what did you think of the Pocket game?
Well, I used to collect the Pokemon cards. I was rather proud. I got to 149, and it was the Charizard I never got, which everyone wanted.
Yep.
and even though it was available in the base decks,
I got it out of booster pack.
yeah.
I don't think it was available in a base deck actually.
No, it was. There was
okay,
literally a Charizard pack that had it.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Yes, go on.
I was collecting it for the cards. I never really played the game that much. But I have actually enjoyed the tactics of building a deck and playing the deck and then getting absolutely effed by people who play those bloody cards, the red card, and it's like, right, I've built this, I'm going to win on the next turn, and then they pull out a frickin' Misty card or something,
Yeah,
and it's like, my plans instantly fall apart.
Well,
Love that.
So there's been people have been doing some research into this, and apparently a Misty card. They obviously this is the sample size of people on Reddit. They ended up getting like a 60 to 75% tails rate first, like flip on a Misty. So
That's
people
weird, because I have never seen anyone fail getting 4 or less on a Misty card.
Out of the last 8-10 Misty cards, I haven't got a single heads that I've played in that game. I don't
have a Misty card yet, so
no, it does not feel. I don't know what the ratios and the rates of like heads and tails are, but it feels really, really random. Like not even random, but because obviously random would be good. It feels weighted. It feels unrandom.
I mean,
well, you got to get those microtransactions somewhere.
You don't
see the tomboyish mermaids, in which case it shouldn't be that much of a surprise that it's tails.
But so for me, like the card game aspect of it is so lackluster because the best tactic is just put it on auto because it will just optimize the best moves for you.
Yeah,
that's no fun. Then you're not playing the game.
Here's the thing: the problem is I find this version too simplistic, having played the proper card game, and I play it from time to time. I don't play it consistently, but me and some of the guys at work will occasionally just go, "Do you fancy doing this next week for a laugh?" Sure. And there's a few bits of it. I think it works better on a mobile phone format, but there's so little strategy involved. It's get your hardest hitting monster out ASAP or you lose. Because
there is another Pokemon card game on the phone that is based on the official cards and the official style, but this version is a modified, I'm going to say speed. It's speed Pokemon.
Yeah.
20 card deck.
Sanitized.
Yeah.
It's made for the modern mobile user is the thing. And I understand that. And I think the more draw is the gacha system. And that's the bit that's pissing me off so much.
No, I mean, I wasn't much of a gacha player. I've played a lot of Zenless. In fact, I will be speaking about Zenless a lot later on. But as of such, I am now aware of how gacha systems are and how insidious they can be or want to be, and how much they give you in return for what you get, like how much they give you for what you give them. And Pokemon does not feel very rewarding in its.
The worst part for me is people have gone like, wow, you've got so many of this super rare card that's one of the strongest in the game. Cool. I can't use it. I have 3 Gyarados of the full art cards. Don't have a Magikarp. Never seen one.
No, I have.
And it's
I have 4...
I've had that problem loads of times.
I have 4 of the rare Snorlax, not a single regular Snorlax. I have a Nidoking, Nidoran. No, the basic Nidoran, the male one.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I can't use my Nidoking without it. I'm sure I could buy the card with the pack points.
I don't think you can.
You can buy any of the cards.
You get the card. Yeah, you get the card. But it's like you should be saving those for the rare cards, shouldn't you?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the thought. Is that the rare cards should be rarer.
Yeah, but it's like, so I think I've opened I've got 500 cards in the game now, right? And yet I still only have 1 grass starter. I only have 1 psychic starter. And it's just like, surely the odds for that must be ridiculous. Surely there must be more common ones, and there are. I've looked it up, but it's just and you've never not got them, never seen them in a Wonder Draw. It's just, it feels so weirdly balanced. It feels like either they're purposely skewing the odds to make the trading system more lucrative, I don't know.
And they don't even,
don't
they're not
like
even
When's the
certain.
trading system coming in properly?
January.
They
Oh.
say January, but they also said that not all cards will be tradable because they've got to they've got to figure out how they're going to not just have a black market trading system.
Yeah, exactly.
Because otherwise, they need their cut.
But you know, out of the people in work that we've kind of did it for as a research almost. Only 2 out of 10 of us are still playing it because everyone else has just gone. Either this is boring or, you know, I hate getting the same 5 cards out of the packs. The worst one I had was I think it was 4 of the same electric Pokemon out of one pack. And it's just like,
wow.
Well, I can't even have more than 2 of them in a deck, so what's the point?
I'm still waiting on my basic Eevee as well.
I think I have 1 Eevee. But...
Right back, guys. Just continue Pokemoning.
No, it's
Well, I was going to move on to my next subject, which, Sonic X Shadow Generations.
I'll see you later then.
Yeah. I'll keep this one kind of short. Sonic Generations, it's just a port, and not a very good one at that. There's so many more bugs. And while the drop dash is fine for classic Sonic, I think it actually hampers modern Sonic because there's times when I'm trying to do a homing attack and he'll go, oh no, I'm just going to do a drop dash instead and just plummet you into the floor over this bottomless pit.
do they not have different buttons or?
Nope, same button.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, that was a didn't they change at one point? The homing attack used to be like jump and then jump again to homing attack, and then they changed it to X
so here's
homing
the thing.
attack or something.
In Sonic Generations, it is the jump button homing attack. When you go to Shadow Generations, it's the attack button to homing attack. And the Shadow Generations part feels so much more solid and fluid. However, it is significantly shorter as well. I say significantly, it's about 2/3. But it definitely feels so much better. I will say there's one glaring omission, and that there is no level from Shadow the Hedgehog in the Shadow Generations section.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like the slam dunk of what you should do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Shadow the Hedgehog was not
Well, you say that. The main villain of Shadow's story is from Shadow the Hedgehog.
No, yeah. I mean, it's the whole...
Shadow Generations.
but
not
Black Eye, Black Doom, Evil
Black Doom,
Dark
yeah.
Doom, Black Doom, yeah.
But yeah, it feels odd. But everything else about it is, it feels really good. So I'm guessing none of you guys have played it.
I've played it.
Not yet.
Were your opinions, Vger?
I enjoyed the Shadow story. It was fun. I had fun with it. It was like it felt like they've taken another step from Frontiers in the sense that they've taken Shadow's gameplay and they're adding and playing around with things in a safe space because this is an add-on to an existing game. So they're doing things to play around, try with new abilities, see what people like, and then I think they're going to build it into the future Sonic games. I think
right.
they're using that as I enjoyed the Shadow story. I enjoyed playing through. It was good fun, and I was about to call you out on the Shadow the Hedgehog thing. It's like, no, I'm sure there was something in there, and I just went through the list, and it's like, no, there isn't.
No,
Okay.
like someone did say, surely one of those like weird dream sequences is Westopolis. It's like, no, they
I thought so
specifically
as well.
they specifically point out that it's always Radical Highway, which again doesn't make sense because Westopolis would make more sense for Doom to.
I mean, I thought it was Westopolis as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're 100% right. The Sonic element, it's like I played the Shadow one first, then I went over to the Sonic one, and I was disappointed.
I
It's
played
like-
the Sonic one first because I wanted to get what I knew out the way with, basically.
Mm.
But like, it's a fine port. It's not brilliant port.
It's brought nothing new to the. I mean, I wasn't expecting them to
Well,
bring much new to the table. Maybe
It's
a bit
brought new
of a
bugs.
graphical update.
There's no graphical update either. It's just
No,
a port.
it's not. It's just a straight port, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay. I mean, I really appreciate the Shadow element, and I like what you've done there, but I'm a little disappointed with the Sonic element.
But I still feel the Shadow element is too short. I feel like, well, we should have definitely had a Shadow the Hedgehog level in there, if nothing else,
Yeah.
instead of Chaos Island.
Well, bear in mind we've still got the Tokyo DLC stage, which is from the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, which I will probably drop money for.
I mean, I've already got the digital deluxe version, so.
No, I am forever physical as long as I can be.
Oh, I have a physical version as well.
Yeah.
I got the
Oh,
deluxe upgrade, so.
Okay. No, I've got I went for a base release on the Xbox One, and then I got the limited run Switch, which won't turn up till the middle of next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is odd because you're now actually closer than all of us to get it.
Yeah, but it's like limited run won't send it out until it's ready, until all the special edition stuff is ready, which is fine. This is why I get it on 2 consoles, and I get to play the game again in a year's time. With lots of extra merch.
Yeah. But anyway, that's to be honest, I suspect we'll also hear more of that from our other member who's not here for our Game of the Year awards.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he'll be. I'll be surprised it turns up somewhere that list.
True. Something a little bit lighter. While I was ill, I played Lego Incredibles.
Oh.
Okay.
This was because short version, I got a thing for PlayStation Plus that was like a bonus thing, which has allowed me to download PS4 games. So I downloaded Lego Incredibles because I like the Lego games. They're just nice, chill things. And when you're ill, yeah, you want something nice and comfy.
Yeah.
Smash and collect.
Yeah. So Lego Incredibles starts off with Lego Incredibles 2, and then you go back and play the story of Lego Incredibles 1. Now, I've not seen Lego Incredibles 2, so all of that plot was new to me. So I don't know how accurate that adaptation is. Lego Incredibles 1, however, I can compare it with, and obviously, in order to get enough content, they've expanded like the key moments to be like. So the first level is the bit where you play like the past version of Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl doing crimes? No, fixing crimes before their wedding. But it's extended to a point where it's like, oh, they have a whole length of stuff where they're dealing with a load of different small crimes before Mr. Incredible goes and fights. What's his name? The mime.
Bon Voyage.
Bon Voyage, that's it. And then Buddy shows up. And then there's another sequence where it's Mr. Incredible and Buddy, or Incrediboy, where you have to do a bit. But obviously, the thing is, they have to change everything. Obviously, there's the usual Lego slapstick humor, but they have to also change everything, so everything must be two-player. So when Bob goes to deal with the Omnidroid on the island for his training stuff, Frozone comes with you because you need a second player.
Oh, yeah.
And then later, when you're trying to sneak into Syndrome's lair, instead of how you have Bob, but instead of Frozone, you have Gazer Beam, because he's no longer dead, because he can just be put back together as a Lego piece.
That's actually kind of smart.
Yeah.
I like that.
I quite like that. But there's not. I mean, it's a fairly traditional Lego game. So the main kind of gimmick thing is there's these things called family builds, which is where you have to collect a load of things and then you have to build a big thing while switching between every character to increase their meter. It's not a great mechanic. However, the nice part of it is that in the overworld where you like select your levels and stuff, once you've completed various things, you get Pixar builds, which allow you to unlock Pixar playable characters. So you can unlock stuff like Woody and Lightning McQueen to play as Lego figurines. The other thing you can do is you can make your own superheroes with their own powers. So you can just create your own variety of characters to roam around the city and have all the powers you need, with a few exceptions that seem to be exclusive to certain characters. Elastigirl is the only one that can do elastic things, and Dash is the only one that has super speed. I don't think there's any other character that has super speed in the game.
Huh.
But yeah, this is one of the few Lego games I've not bothered to 100% because there's a lot of fiddly stuff that I just couldn't be bothered with. And there's a special achievement for every mission, but some of them just feel far too fiddly. So I finished the game, I got all the Pixar unlocks, and then I was kind of like, nah, I'm done. So still, it's a Lego game. You know what you're getting into. last but not least, Mario and Luigi Brothership. Make sure I get this one right.
The amount of times I've called it Brotherhood has been.
Oh, you and me both. Short version, it's fine. They've committed a few cardinal sins for what is supposed to be Mario and Luigi game, like, hey, in combat, when you are playing as Luigi, everything's controlled with the B button, right? Not in this game. When you're selected through the menus, you still have to use the A button, and then remember to switch to the B button when you start attacking.
No.
Which is annoying and has caught me out so much. And I just feel like they've the weird thing is, it feels like they've overcomplicated the basics, but simplified the advanced stuff. So everything just feels like it's on one level, and the problem I found is it's just gotten boring, basically. Now I don't know how far I am through the game, but I do know that I'm still missing at least 2 bros moves for each of the brothers. And you don't even get your first one until a good couple of hours in. Someone actually checked, and it's something like the first line of dialogue in the game is almost like 10 to 15 minutes in, and by that time, Mario and Luigi have shouted each other's name 50 times before you get your first text box in the game. So I don't feel like the balance is right on this one. Is it a bad game? No, it's perfectly fine and serviceable. But that's on the low end of the Mario and Luigi scale, because Paper Jam, I'm seeing it around the same area as Paper Jam here, but then your next one up is, probably Dream Team Bros, and I would still say that's still a good 7 out of 10. This is 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 maybe. It's a shame, but then again, one of the big things is Nintendo really it's missing a lot of the humor of the previous games as well. There's obvious attempts at humor, but they fall flat. And all of the innovation and new design in this game is that all the characters are based on electrical sockets, which means they all have the same design. So it's you've got one new design and you've copy and pasted it onto multiple different things. That feels
Are they all American or Japanese sockets, or do we get some Europeans? Or
no, they're all the same. They're all American 3-prong sockets. So the mouth is a circular piece, and the other 2 are the flat prongs.
Yeah,
which are the eyes. To be fair, to be fair, that makes some sense for them. But so yeah, I think I'll leave it there because I've blabbered on enough.
no worries.